Hey guys, so I'm going to go through the deadlift. What we see a lot with newer members coming in, whether they've had a lot of training experience in the past or if they've never really lifted heavy weights before, is a bit of a fear around the deadlift. So hurting their back or re-injuring their back or creating pain in that kind of lower back area. What we tend to do as well, if we already have back pain, you tend to try to protect your back more, which actually most of the time tends to feed the problem. And usually when you're lifting something off the floor, you tend to pull your chest up really tight, and you're always in that squat position and never really actually leaning forward to pick anything up. So this is what we see most. This is the most common thing we see for the deadlift itself, especially when people already have a bit of back pain or they feel the lower back during the deadlift, is when they set up, they treat it more like a squat or like a clean. So they pull the chest up really tight. And as soon as I do that already, I can already feel my lower back starting to tighten up. But as soon as I do the lift, as soon as I start to pull my chest up, then the lower back starts to take over and try to do the lift, or it creates a lot of tension in that lower back. So in order to move that tension away from the lower back, what we teach here is to create more tension in the lower belly, so the lower abs, and into the obliques here on the sides. So you breathe in and brace through this rather than try to pull the chest up really tight, which creates more tension in the lower back. So if we can create more tension in the lower belly, into the sides and into the obliques, then you should use your legs to actually do the lift. So squeeze your butt and try to use your legs to do the lift rather than try to lift your chest. So I'll show that now. Breathing into my belly. And then from here, I'm going to squeeze my butt to try to do the lift rather than pull my chest up. So the tension stays down the back of my legs. And then same thing on the way down, keeping the tension down the back of my legs, into my lower belly as I do that lift. So I'm not trying to pull that chest up as much as I set up my hips a little slightly higher. And then from there, squeeze my butt to do the lift. So the tension stays here and here rather than going into that lower back. So what you might find as well, if you're a bit nervous around the lift, you might have to actually go into more of like a Romanian deadlift. So the hips are really high just to kind of practice that technique. Start really light as well. But from here, if I keep my hips really high, the weight's a little bit more forward on the forward part of the foot. And then from there, breathe into your lower belly. If I hold that tension there, squeeze my butt to do the lift. Then keep that down. Rather than, as I'm coming up, trying to pull the chest up where I start to feel my back again. So rather than trying to pull that chest up, I'm just trying to squeeze my butt to do the lift. Cool. So rather than going into that lower back, keep that tension here in that lower belly, into the obliques, make the legs do the lift. If you guys have any questions or if you do have any back pain, shoot us a message and happy to help out. See you later.